Hi, everyone, and welcome to week 10. So, what I'd like to show you today is a little bit about this website, procon.org. This is a really cool website because it gives us unbiased pros and cons on many popular issues. So, if we take a look at the home page, they have things broken up into bigger categories, but you also can go ahead and search A to Z. So, just off the top of the list here, we've got zoos, drinking age, animal testing, standardized tests, Obamacare. Tons and tons of options here. And what's nice is you can pick any topic you'd like, it's your choice. So, as an example, I'd like to go through how I could complete my position paper if I wanted to write about school uniforms. So, let's take a look at what's in the position paper. So it will be made up of 4 paragraphs and an MLA Works Cited page. Your first paragraph is your introduction paragraph, so I'd expect that to be fairly short. In it, the most important thing you need to do is clearly state your position. Remember, this is a persuasive, argumentative paper, so there is no in between. You need to be either pro or con. You also should take that time to define any terms that might not be commonly known for your reader. Paragraph 2 presents and analyzes, and this is the important part, one piece of evidence that supports your position. So let's take a look. The question is, should students have to wear school uniforms? So it gives me some quick background and then gets into the pros and cons. And you'll notice there are lots of things to choose from. I don't need to do pro 3 with con 3. I could do pro 3 with con 1 if I wanted to. So you have a nice big list. So let's say I wanted to argue for using uniforms in school. And I'm going to pick pro 2 as my piece of evidence, which is school uniforms keep students focused on their education, not on their clothes. So here we have some nice statistics, some good examples that supports my position. So I think I might pull a study by the University of Houston found that elementary girls' language test scores increased by 3 percentile points after uniforms were introduced. So that is going to be my evidence that supports my position, and then I need to analyze and clearly state how this supports what I'm saying. The next paragraph is the one that I think can be the most challenging. And that is taking a piece of evidence that disagrees with or opposes your position and explaining why it actually doesn't destroy your position. So let's take a look at school uniforms promote conformity over individuality. I don't know that I agree with that. So I'm going to look at their evidence where they say people learned how to express themselves and we can't even express ourselves in our hallway. So while I understand why people might think that uniforms support conformity, I would argue, or on the other hand, I would suggest that they make your individuality not about your physical appearance, but about your personality. I think the focus on the internal is more important than the focus on the aesthetic or external. Therefore, I still believe students should wear uniforms. So you'll see what I've done is I've presented the opposing evidence, but then through my analysis explained why I don't think it's enough for me to change my mind about uniforms. Paragraph 4 will be your concluding paragraph. This is where you're going to put a little bow on your argument, and this is your last chance to very clearly persuade your reader. Given all of this evidence, one must agree that uniforms are a positive in school. And the last piece will be your works cited page. I've added a few resources in addition to the PowerPoint that'll help you set up your works cited page. I don't think there's anything wrong with being savvy about using resources like easybib.com. You do just want to double check that they do everything correctly and that they're using MLA 8, not MLA 7. Few key differences between the two. This paper is going to be due Sunday, November 3rd by 11:59 p.m. and it's worth 100 points. You can take a look at the rubric in the slideshow or on the assignment sheet. So take advantage. There's tons of wonderful topics here, and again, you can pick anything you'd like. It'd be nice to pick something you potentially don't know about or something you're already interested in. If you have any questions, don't hesitate to ask. This is a more complicated and I think kind of bigger paper than some of our past papers, so be sure to leave yourself enough time. Excellent. Well, enjoy your week. I look forward to reading your papers.